Morning tubers, it's Saturday, December 23rd, and it's 7:40 in the morning, and we are 60 degrees in the garage. Door isn't open, and I got the heater broken out. Last Saturday we were in the 70s, and this Saturday the high is going to be 56 degrees. So yeah. We had a cold front this past week come in, and to where we ended up with a couple of days, or a couple of nights I should say, in the 30s. Got to the freezing point, and it's not rare, but it's weird for this area. So well, let's get on what we're going to do today. The spoiler's coming off, the deck lid's coming off, and we're going to work on welding up the holes. But first, we're going to make a change on the compressor room. When I was using the nail gun to sit there and to nail everything up, the trim up and everything, I drug an air hose all the way through the house and around, and sat there and I said, well, this is ridiculous with the air compressor sitting right here. So I'm going to modify the piping in there to sit there, and I'm going to put this on the outside of the compressor room and modify it, and this piece of tubing is going to go through here to here, and this will be on the outside. So when I get that pretty much finished up, I'll show you what we did there. This is the 14 gauge weather pack connector that finally came in, and these are the and I ordered two of them, I didn't need to, for the reverse lights. And there's some areas in the floor pan that we have to weld up, and when we jack the car up to do that, we'll start working on these and wiring. So they'll go here in the box. So that's what's planned for today. So that's all I got for now. So when I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey tubers. Yeah. And I can't have that going directly that way. There's a stud right there. So we'll 90 it out. And then come over here. And then mount it on the outside of the wall. The other thing is, from this nipple here, remember we had a flex connect pipe going to the supply to the garage, and that's just a little bit too long, so I had to get an 18-incher and hook that up. But that's what we're tinkering with this morning. So you guys have a good one. More in a minute later. Hey tubers, that project's done. So, onto the car later. Hey tubers, deck lid's off. And these are the Emblem holes, and there's one right there. So we've got to grind this down, grind down the ground, pull out the welder, and start welding up those holes. When I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers. Got it ground down, had to pound this out. But you can barely hear the air compressor running. Can you hear it? It's quiet in here. And I had to ground down an area where I can ground the welder. So, and this is going to need some work. So, that's where we're at, and when I have more, I'll turn it back on later. Hey tubers, well here's the first pass. Well, this one's completely covered. This one needs a little bit more work, and a little here and a little here. But we'll get her. More in a minute. Alright tubers, holes are filled. Now we've got to wet sand this whole area down. think we'll start with 220 and see where we end up with. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey tubers, it's been sanded down with 320 and there's a little low right in here. Wonder if I warped the metal, but remember I had to hammer it back out when there was this hole right here. There was a dent and it was impacted, so, or indented, so it's not that bad. Body filler will take it. So speaking of body filler, I'm all out, so this is going to be the end of the video for today. Yeah, but at least I'm back on the car, thank God. So this is the start of final body work that I said I'm going to be doing. We're going to start at the trunk and work our way down the driver's side. We got to line this door re-up. It's got, if you look at the line, the door has to rotate up, then go. Everything is in a 600 wet scratch, so there's not going to be that much. Like, I think this quarter panel is good. The door needs some work, but we'll go along and take care of that. First thing was the deck lid, though, and getting that done. And then around, hood needs a little bit more of adjustment, and then passenger side fenders and doors are good, and back to the quarter panel and then back around again, and then up on the roof. And like I said, everything is in a 600 scratch. It's not going to be too much. I think this roof is perfect. But we'll go over it one more time. Got plenty of time to do it. We're going to get the deck lid done and get it ready. I got to wait for a couple of 60 degree plus in here. I don't need to sit there and run the fan, but we're going to mix up some etch and some 2K. We need to get finish the body work right here on the cowl panel and get that in etch, and then in 2K, and then sand it down and get that. Same time we'll sit there and get the trunk in 2K and etch in 2K, and then go from there. But we need to get body filler first, so, but at least those holes are welded up. So that's it, pretty much so. Let's see, I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. Merry Christmas to everybody out there in YouTube land. There will be another video before the new year, so again, I'll probably end up, let's see, Monday's Christmas, Tuesday, going down to Napa and getting some more body filler and another little pint or quart of it, and that'll be it. But that's about it for today. You guys have a good one, and again, Merry Christmas to all. Later, guys.